2, how to flip your livery. So I got thrown back to story, and then obviously I went into a new public session. I was lucky to get put in my own public session again, so we're on a roll with that. So the car that we just did the flip on is going to be in our okay, so that's the one that we called out to merge, so we can just go ahead and send that one back. Alright, that was our merge vehicle. So our original revolter, that is still our magic spot, so we have to dupe it again to save it, alright, is going to be on the magic spot. So if you're just watching this video now, this is part 2. There is part 1, so make sure you do go back and watch that so you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Alright, so here's my revolter. So this should be the newly changed over revolter. So if everything worked correctly, if I disconnected the internet at the right time, you will see that. Alright, so let's hope it did work. Oh, she's over here behind the fence. Let's go have a look. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at that. Boom. Oh, this is the wrong one. Ah, man, this is the one that has the double 2 painted. Oh, well. Purposes of the video, this is the revolter that has that secondary paint on it, so the hood and the top are different. I thought this was the good one. Shit. Oh well, either way. So there we go. So flip successful. We now have the new wheels, the psychedelics. Alright, so before this had the hypnotics, I think, on it. Can't remember what the hell that was, or spiralizers. Alright, so we got the blank Yankton plate on it right now. Obviously we could go change that if we want to go change it before we save it. Obviously, or we're going to save it after the fact, whatever you want to do. So that's it. Alright, so that's how we flip or merge the livery. Alright, so from there, as I said, we just have to now dupe it again. So we can do the solo method to dupe it again. We can give it to a friend. You know, we can do the 2-person method to save it, however you want to save it. But this is still our magic spot, so we still have some work to do. We have to make sure we actually do save it. Alright, if we disconnect and come back, this is going to revert back to just a stock revolter. Alright, so my other revolter is still where it is. It's going to be back in Office Garage. This is the magic spot revolter, so this is a duplication of that one, and it's been merged. So we're going to go ahead. Now we want to save this. Alright, so we want to put this, excuse me, in my MOC. So we want to make sure this is saved. We're going to go to the MOC. Alright, let's see here. And so we're just going to push that insurgent that was in there, and might as well just push it to the nightclub because that's where this is going to come from. Okay, it looks like we did have the green tint on there too, which is nice. So we're just going to go ahead and throw that back in there. Alright, so here we go. It's in here. Parked a little crooked for some reason, but it's in here. So now we're just going to go ahead and do the glitch again. Alright. Alright, so here we go. So we're just going to go ahead and park it here on the slab again. Or anywhere over here, doesn't really matter. And we're just going to go back outside, teleport back down to our CEO building, and just do the dupe glitch again. So I mean, up to you guys if you want to watch. If you don't got the hang of it yet, you can watch the video through. I can see I've only got 11 people watching right now, so obviously there's not as much demand to see the end result. You all obviously trust that it did work. Or you'll probably just pop in to see if it worked and then pop out. But yeah, I'm going to finish it up just for the purposes of the video. And just to show it's all duplicated and all that jazz. And then we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and... Why isn't my... There we go. Do our little cheap teleport. Let's see here. There we go. Found somebody I should be able to join. What's up, Mohammed? What's up, sir? Welcome back. Part low, thank you. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. So, hopefully you guys saw that in the beginning. It obviously flipped over. We're all good. We're successful. I had my timing down perfect. So that's basically all you want to do is you want to make sure, again, can't stress, it's the timing. So if you do it too quick, obviously it's just going to revert back to what it was. If you do it too slow, you're just going to go ahead and dupe that insurgent over top of your revolter and you have to start over. So kind of the perfect timing is either when you get that white loading, if you're on a very long black screen, start to just disconnect at that point, or when you see yourself just getting out of the car. Either one tends to work for me. I used to do it a lot quicker, and then Jobless actually told me, he's like, no, just wait a little bit longer. And then since we kind of figured that out, we realized it does actually work a lot better. So I was just a bit of a chicken shit. So I was like, oh, I'm scared to save it. But don't be scared. Just try to do it. Make sure you do it before you get that orange loading circle. And that's kind of the key. All right, so we're going to go ahead, get back in here. I don't know why the messages aren't showing up on my screen for some reason. It does that. I'm going to like stop the stream and start over again, but I'm not going to bother. Kind of watching my laptop here. Live as well, hell of accomplishment. My brothers. What's up, Ja? Alright, so if you guys know the old method that was done before, first of all, you couldn't, if you were doing a hot ring, you couldn't drive the hot ring into your MOC once it was modified. So, and you'd have to spend $500,000 every time you wanted to modify. Actually, sorry, it was more than that. It was like $1.2 million every time you wanted to flip your MOC. So you'd have to, change your MOC, drive the car in, so that it would be modified, and then you'd have to do a different targeting mode, glitch yourself out so that you'd end up down by the docks or wherever you ended up, call out your MOC, request your car, drive it into your office, change the option, flip it at that point. I mean, it was a nightmare. It was so much more work. So, we came up with the idea, it's like, okay, there's got to be a quicker way of doing this. And once we found out when we still had TP, there was a way to do it with the TP, and it was more or less the same concept as you just disconnect when you were receiving the car and give cars to friends. So we're like, well, why can't we just do that in this glitch? So I was like, fuck it, I tried it. So one day I was playing, and I was playing alone, and I was like, I'm going to just try this out, and I was getting tired of asking people to help me flip, and came across that. So, it worked out good. And this was also before I had 2 PlayStations, so.
Oh, hi.
All right, here we go. Come back.
How can I help you? What vehicle should I tell them you want?
All right, so obviously you want to make sure that you do have a RH8 in your nightclub for this part now, because we're going to be duping over on RH8. You can drive to the office if you want, just do not use a personal vehicle. Alright, so if you want to call a streetcar, you can, but even quicker, oh shit, make sure you don't die either. Even quicker is just register, well, you have to be a CEO anyways, just call a CEO buzzard, fly the buzzard down, way quicker. So if you don't want to do the different targeting modes, join a friend. If you have no friends online, I'm part of a lot of communities, so sometimes I'll even just go through the community pages and I'll find someone to join. But if you're not lucky enough to have anybody online or anybody in the community or nothing like that, then yeah, just once you exit the bunker, just go ahead and register as a CEO, call yourself a CEO buzzard and fly it down there. Just make sure it is not a personal vehicle that will mess up the glitch. Okay, so we're just going to get in this LG right here, hit the gas, everything should disappear. Boom, alright, we're golden. Pull up our phone, pull up our map, we're going to teleport again. Now, the problem with doing the buzzard way is, right now what I'm doing, you wouldn't be able to do obviously, so you'd have to actually drink yourself out of the nightclub or wait until you time out. Alright, so you'd either have to stock up on piss washer, drink it until you pass out at this part, or it keeps doing that to me, or you'd have to wait till you time out. So sometimes you don't time out. So have some beer stocked up if you are going to do that method, so that you can drink yourself out of the nightclub. Otherwise you're just going to be stuck in there and you're not going to be able to go anywhere, and it's going to be all messed up, so you're not going to be able to do nothing. So alright, so this is pretty much it. We're going to be able to walk in. The revolter should still be in there. Alright, we're going to dupe over that RH8 that I just got. So we'll get a custom plate for this, or I should say a random plate. Alright, so you don't need custom plates for this as well, which is nice. So when you do go ahead and save it, you're just going to get the random number plate. At that point, obviously, you can take it to Los Santos Customs, put your own custom plate on it if you want, and all that jazz. So I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I'm not going to drive it in quite yet again. Alright, just to make sure. Plate will change. There we go. Random number plate. Now I'm just going to walk into the MOC and walk back out. Alright, I got lucky the first time and I was able to just drive it in. So usually the car disappears when that happens. So this is also obviously a variation from before. Before I used to be able to just drive it in. Roger M. Perkins, what is up? Bro, I saw you online. You don't hit me up anymore, man. What's going on? I miss you, bro. Hope things are well. Hope the new job's treating you good. And don't worry, I got that Tampa for you. Whenever you want, just hit me up, bro. I got you hooked up. No worries. Alright, so go ahead, hit right on the D-pad, save it. Bob's our uncle. We now did a successful flip. Alright, so the second time it only took us 11 minutes. Obviously the first video was a lot of me talking and jabbering and getting through it. But overall, with even having to mess up twice, with all my jabbering, it took me about an hour, okay? So obviously, if you're more concentrated or you don't have any bad luck with the job throwing you into the clouds and all that kind of stuff, you can bang this out in about 30 minutes. Like you just saw I did it in 11 minutes. So I mean, if you do it back to back to back, quick, you should be able to do it, 10 times per flip kind of thing. 30 minutes, you're golden, all right? So again, big shout out to Job Bless for helping me find all the different liveries and what reverts to what and all that kind of stuff. I will go in and edit the chat down below with kind of what flips to what. If you guys have any questions, make sure you just drop them. I will try to answer you all. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's just GTA5_StellaCrew. I've also just recently started up my Instagram again. It's just StellaCrew Gaming. Okay, so feel free to add me to any of those guys and see kind of what's going on. If you have any questions, you can message me on any of those platforms.
What can the best mechanic in LS
Alright,
do for you?
so I'm just going to go ahead and put my plate on here now. Alright, so I don't know, we'll just do Stella. And that's it. Alright, boys and girls, that's the video. Alright, so part 1, part 2, like I said, I'll edit all the text afterwards, make sure it's more, an understanding. I hope you all figured it out. And yeah, that's it. Alright, so Happy New Year's, everybody. I'm going to pretty much head off here for the day now, too. But hope you guys enjoy your New Year's, and we'll talk to you all soon. We'll talk to you in 2019. Later.